We are already on, but we are bringing you back a little bit to share a couple of informations, to say hi to our beloved family that is coming back slowly from holidays. It's a slow start in August, end of August. I think September will be a new wave starting, so everyone is somehow preparing consciously or unconsciously. We can witness that in our personal life with Georgie, how there's something that is opening up soon and shortly. It's on soon and shortly, and we're somehow preparing for it. So it's interesting how our life is maneuvering around that as well. So welcome as well online. So we are live as well now. So welcome online, thank you for joining, and we remind you that if you wish to join the session tonight, the Monday Heart Resonance Practice and Transmission, there is the link somewhere above the video where you can click on it, register, you can pay online and receive the password to follow us for the entire session. If you are not able to do it live now, know that it's also on replay. So we feel a lot of excitement here in the house. It's like seeing each other again after holiday, so I don't know if you can hear it online. So welcome. We have new faces today, all friends, and new faces too, so welcome. Hi Emma, welcome back.
Very happy.
Yes, we're happy to see you too. And in the kitchen, they are like cooking gossips and catching up. So if you're in the kitchen and hearing me right now, you can please come back to the room, and they're not hearing me because they are absorbed by, I believe, crystals. So before we start the session today, we're going to announce a couple of news, information as usual. It can be a bit redundant if you are here every week. And it can be excited if, even if you are here every week, you forgot it. So it's like a new. So we wanted to share with you. Yeah, let's see. So we have this weekend the course about heart resonance that is coming up. So we call it the Ascension Pathway course, Heart Resonance. So we are helping you to build up your light body, your structure. It's like your psychic abilities, your channel, your torus field, your auric field, your diamond light body, your connection with Earth, with your higher self, with the universe. There is a lot of physics, quantum physics, and science mixed in the course as well. So you can understand, and your mind can understand, you can bridge it, your experience become optimum. So it's teaching you this, level 1, 2, till you build up your cosmic Christ heart. That is the core of your diamond light body. That is the expansion of Christianization of your self, and the transcending your highest state into your ascension process. So this is what we're going to do this weekend and the weekend after. So if you wish to join, if somehow your weekend is becoming free, and it's a sign that you can and are able to join this weekend. Most of you have done the course of level 1 already here in the room.
No, we have got new people attending.
Yes.
Tallinn attending.
Tallinn is attending this weekend.
Yes.
Riham
is
re-attending. Welcome back, Riham. You look gorgeous. Who is attending this weekend?
Who was attending also?
Oh, wait, George as well,
George,
and your sister. That's it.
Yeah.
So if you would like to re-attend as well or to join, please let us know. We have in September the sound healing courses as well. We have one spot left now. So if you feel that you would like to join this course, I think it's going to be one of the last ones that I'm going to teach physically in my full presence. So if you feel like you'd like to join, let me know as well. We have exciting things coming up that we are receiving every day, but we are not able to deliver the message yet. So whenever it will be time to disclose this information, we will let you know. So it's information around the school, information around the timelines of the school, information of the reorganization of the information within the courses. So a lot is happening, so we need to digest and process it before we can deliver those information, and we can bring it in a cheese plateau to you with crackers and grapefruits. But so far we are still in the manufacturing of the cheese, for the analogy. So there's this, Asil is coming at the end of October as well, so we haven't done the dates yet, but Asil will come, and it's going to be, I think we are actually all preparing to join again end of October, so if you feel that the energy is building up, it's not of a surprise. And what I was saying is the last couple of weeks, there's things happening where we are feeling that something is coming up to us, but we cannot tangibly feel it yet, but we are knowing, like this inner knowing without having it tangibly or having the experience of it, but we can taste it somehow. So we feel that end of October and November will be a big window of change somehow, or beginning of change as well. It's always like this. We are always informing about change, upgrades, information, downloads, uploads, portals opening, waves riding. It's always there. But there's a different fragrance to it each time. There's a different flavor to it. There's a different frequencies to it, if you will. There's opportunities that come to those windows that are each time different to you. They are a time of transformation and change as well, wherever you are in your life, in your spiritual growth. There will be also each time a new understanding, a new experience, or a new aspect or a new angle of something that you already know, but you will have a new angle and experience and perception of it that will bring and expand your consciousness and understanding of who you are really. So there's always those opportunities opening up to you. Now is how much you are asking for it as well. So when you're aware that those windows are opening or coming to you, or opportunities coming to you, is like, yes, excitement. It doesn't mean that each time is very easy. So you go through a couple of process depending on where you are. There are many words for that, like shadow work, inner work, releasing, introspection, and then you have the transformation happening, or you have a very fast pace that puts you in a place that you have never imagined you would be at that time, and like, oh my god, I'm here, what's happening? I don't know, I've just been put in that corner, but for what? I don't know, but oh my god, now I realize for what. So it's a bit like individual journey somehow, but we can relate to one another because we are all going through those things a bit at a different pace, yeah. So I was talking about the course. Mondays are still there, so we are back on our regular schedule now. So Mondays, the Wednesday will be next weekend. What else?
Explain a bit about Monday and Wednesday. For
Okay.
new people here.
So the Monday is.
Spiritual
So
gym.
if you heard me, I was talking with someone behind. If you were here before. So the Monday is the spiritual gym. So we like to use this word. I think it resonates a lot with us, and we can relate to it too. So spiritual gym. So you're not going to your treadmill physically, but you're doing energetically. So you're going to sweat energetically to build up your life force, your kundalini, your sexual energy, to build up your light body, your light structure, so you can contain more of yourself. And I like to give the example of the bottle of water. So if you have a very tiny bottle of water that you have in the airplane, for example, comparing to a 2 liters bottle of water, you cannot contain the same amount of water inside. So imagine that you come with a tiny little bottle of water, or like a baby that has a very small body. It cannot contain as much food, as much energy than an adult that is strong and has a 2 liter container where you can contain a lot of water that you can compare or give the analogy of energy. So you have more container, a bigger container, a stronger container to contain more of your higher self, more of your light body, more of your light of creation, or the light of creation, or the source, or the love of creation. However you are picturing it, you are experiencing it, and you are visualizing it, or knowing it. So we are building up your structure so you can embody and receive more of yourself, more of your highest fractal. Yeah, so this is the Monday where you are actively working.
Today,
You can fall asleep if you want.
Today we're going to work on the threefold frame again. and some other gold and light to expand your capacity. And also we're going to work on the third eye.
Yeah.
And let's see in between,
So it's
transmission will come.
So it's a lot on the third eye as well. So your psychability, your channel, your spinal column, your ascension torus, your ascension channel, however you give the terminology as well. Your Merkaba, so you have the Merkaba within the diamond-like body. If it doesn't make sense, it's perfectly fine. You don't need to know all those terms, you need to experience it. Yeah? So this is how we are going to build. Imagine that you are building a card castle that cannot be blown. So this, and the Wednesday, it's the spa. So we like to call it the spa because you are
Healing
receiving.
spa.
You do not need to engage with the energy. You are receiving a very liquid light that pours through your being, that pours through your cells, around and within, and dissolve what is giving resistance, what is not aligned in your life, that is of low vibrational frequencies, and it dissolves it, and you really feel it. It's like thick, heavy on your head. So Wednesday is you receive and you can fall asleep and enjoy it, and you come back refreshed and anew. So the light that you're receiving on Wednesday, you are building on Monday your container to receive that light and to hold it in your system. If your bottle is pierced, is torn, is open, is small or cracked or smashed, it cannot contain as much light, and the light is just leaking as well. Yeah. So building a strong body for holding the light. And to understand all of it, the course are available. So see, it's like
Get more into
it's like a
terminology on this too.
full buffet. Yeah. So that is about the Wednesday and the Monday.
And also you can watch them online and practice online.
Yeah. Actually, for the course that we are going to teach, that George is going to teach this weekend and weekend after, we feel, and that's also our intention, that the next one will be online, that it will not be physically in the house anymore. So it's a last chance to also physically be there and have the transmission in a physical space.
Yes, in person
Yeah, in
experience
person, yeah.
with the vortex of the villa.
Yeah. So,
Yes,
so
we
that's
need to
it.
shift to another
Dimension. The internet dimension.
another structure that's more easy and more beneficial and that can grow further. The 2 days is most of the time people like, I'm flying, or if they are coming, I'm tired, or I have something with the family. All the time there is something on the weekend. And the last time when we've done the 3 weeks training online, it was shown it's more beneficial because you have more time to digest and practice, so you can receive further. Where in 2 days I bake you. It's a very good experience also, but you bake the last second day you'll be like you're like almost attended a full university of 6 years, let's say, in 2 months. That's the feeling in 2 days. So it's a good experience, but I mean it doesn't seem the most efficient right
Anymore
now.
for us.
Yeah, especially
It
when
was,
people
but
becoming
yeah.
more busier and so on. So better to go into more scale where we have more people, they can attend further and further. Well, in this weekend and this course level 1, level 2, you still have the opportunity to have more fun of question and answer, because in person you can have this fun. Last time Svetlana had all the fun about the quantum physics. What about this? What about that?
I enjoy it.
She asked me all the questions. I want all the answer. I'm waiting for it.
Like basically, it's courses that
Yeah.
like were created because all the questions that you had, I had them, George had them, and it's like where we can combine everything, and that is the IT chemist, physics,
Spend-
science,
Yeah.
man mind.
It was like my highest passion.
Yeah.
10 years, it's like I want to combine the understanding between all the science and intellectual understanding and spiritual and energy. I'm sure there is a link. It took me a lot of time to discover and put the things and put them together, and then
Yeah.
But it was very useful for me. I could explain to people what I do and what I practice using their language.
exactly.
I didn't have to say, so I sit down on my dragon and we fly, and we ascend. No, but if I just start speaking about like that there is no like time and space, and I use the quantum physics to describe it. It makes sense. People don't think that I, you know.
And you have a validation
Yeah.
and actually structure to explain it.
This is very useful.
Yes.
Very useful.
Thank you, Svetlana.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Svetlana.
It's really cool. Yeah, great. So that's a couple of information and news before we start. But before we start, I would like to ask you, how are you feeling today?
It's Rehan's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's true. Happy birthday! We have
Feeling very excited.
I'm serious. No, it's not a
no,
joke.
but I know it. I completely forgot to reply on the WhatsApp group. I saw it this
We
afternoon.
will do a circle line and we put
Do
you
we
in the
have a
center
cake?
and give you a big good hug.
Do we have a cake?
No, we don't have a cake.
Oh
I
my
brought
God,
one.
I forgot.
She's,
I thought
she's
she was in
turning,
Egypt,
she's
otherwise
turning
I was
very
gonna
healthy and she will eat a banana with us.
So after the session, because this is a bit of a tradition here in the community, whenever there's a birthday, the day of one of our sessions, we like to celebrate it after. So we do a circle of light whenever this cake is okay. But today we actually, and we're sorry for that. So we're gonna spend time together, yeah. So we're gonna share a bit after the session, so you can celebrate your new cycle around the sun. So happy birthday, darling. Yeah. All right. So a birthday. What else? How are you feeling? Good. That's very vague words. Feeling okay. Good. Good. What else? Open. Wonderful. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for saying as well.
Different words, like just more expressive words.
Yeah.
Open.
Open.
Thank you. Thank you for openness for receiving.
Living the roller coaster.
In a
Roller
roller coaster.
coaster.
Yes. I can feel that.
How
Too.
it stabilize.
Mm.
Or maybe you enjoy the ride also.
Do you have a seat belt?
Buckle up.
Yeah. Seat belt on your roller coaster. Yeah. Okay, George.
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
Don't lie.
Be staying
Tell
with,
them
the,
about
with a
yourself.
traditional answer. Fine.
I don't have a lot of words these days.
Okay, it's good. It's fine.
It's transcending into Buddhic state.
He's stabilizing on fine.
That's
good.
also good, yeah.
Very good.
Like in my world, when I'm fine, that means everything is perfect around me.
Rainbow and unicorns.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah. That for me is fine.
Okay.
When I'm slightly upset, the entire world knows. Like I'm sure that I can show. But if
So
everything's going like
We're happy we are on your
So,
stabilized.
yeah, so fine for me means
Everything is
Everything is-
perfect.
yeah,
It's
everything's
rolling.
going smoothly. Yeah.
Great. Thank you for sharing.
So I just you remind me of something now to mention before the session when because people, especially when the people are new or you've been coming for maybe a little bit of time, not regular, so you don't know the difference between Monday and Wednesday. Sometimes you might come with an expectation, you want to have a vision or you want to do healing or something. You might have that, of course. It's all you have your intention. But generally speaking, Monday is more your energy work. So here you are building energy, expanding, open up your third eye, connecting, having more space to have more light and your higher self embedded. So might not be more focused on healing in that sense. Where on Wednesday you will be way less connecting and more focused on healing and receiving and receiving this light through your cells, and it will be a fuel later on for if you want to do another meditation where you expand and connect with your higher self or your guide. It will be a fuel you have, you can utilize it. So at that time it's optimum on Wednesday to focus on healing and receiving the light, so you store it further, and more optimum on Monday to get ready, buckle up and be open as was shared, to have your third eye open, your heart open, and expand your capacity so you can have more upgrade in your structure, in your consciousness. Just a hint for you to have more direction on the energy.
So we're gonna start with a bit of breathing. Breathing is your key to come into center, to a relaxed state, to release the resistance, to dissolve the fight and flight as well in your system, so you can activate your parasympathetic system. Yes.
Can I
ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody holding, some people holding crystals.
Yes.
You bring it with you, or
Do you want to play with one during meditation?
I don't know.
So generally, yes, most of the people who's familiar, they are part of student and course we do, and we teach the crystal grid unconditional love field. So it's a bit story where many of the light keepers, we call them light keeper, committed people who practice with us for a while to train to communicate with the crystal and bring specific frequency of healing and unconditional love in their crystal grid, in their general normal side crystal, and connect it all together. And that will take me to another add to this. On Wednesday, we're going to announce not only healing meditation, we're going to work on expanding the unconditional love field with all the light worker every Wednesday. So that will be a part of homework for all the light worker who study the course.
But Sunday?
Every Wednesday.
Are you gonna,
physical
you're
and
gonna quit Sundays?
Every Wednesday,
Come again.
every Wednesday, on the side of the healing, it's group healing,
Yeah.
we're going to add on top of it also expanding the unconditional love field and crystal grid for all the committed practitioner.
Yeah.
Sunday as a group will stay, but it's not public.
It's this
Right?
Is
the
every
same way.
Wednesday or every 2 Wednesday?
Every 2 Wednesdays,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
But every Wednesday meditation is for all the light worker, light keeper who work with the crystal grid and unconditional field. You know that you can upgrade and continue expanding your crystal grid on Wednesday, so you can
So-
attend.
The same way we did for the Lion Gates transmission.
Mhm.
We did like at the gym, you have the light version and the version for the advanced gym guys. So it's gonna be the same like for those who are part of the You Love project, please expand, so we're gonna guide you, and for those who are not familiar yet, who haven't been attuned yet,
They will
then do this. It's like
They
what
can-
we did for the transmission. It's
they-
gonna be the same for the Wednesday. So you have a place and a space and all the energy to infuse your grid as well. I mean
Yes.
your crystal
or if you
grids,
have
yeah.
another crystal, you want to add more energy to it,
Yeah.
or you want to bring someone to have benefit and
Mm.
connect.
And your
and that's
manifestation
back-
as well there.
Come back to your question. On Wednesday, you have that opportunity to bring a new crystal if you want and activate it with us, with the field that we have building together. And it's like sort of you're teaching this crystal to connect with the field that we are all gathering, that connecting with Mother Earth's heart energy and connecting with higher realms unconditional love. So it become more an access point, imagine, in your house, this crystal, that tune to us. Every time we do meditation, you receive energy. So what you see them connecting right now, they can do their own version with the crystal, but generally is they reprogram, re-energize this crystal to connect with the field that we are building. And then you can utilize it for healing, you can utilize it for manifestation, because you have access to an energy, a field, as an infinite resource, and it just like become access point to a high energy. You have a channel in it.
Yeah.
So if you want, on Wednesday you can bring your crystal. Also, generally, we do every couple of months, started newly, something called for our attunement, where we sit almost 4 hours explaining about the project, and you bring all your crystal, and we activate them all in full session, only activating the crystal. That we focus only on the crystals.
If you want to do it, it's online. And
We have
it's
it online if
free.
you want to do it at home.
Yeah.
You just, the simple way is connect with your higher antenna. Imagine you have an antenna and your connection, and say that I am connecting to the time and space of that session, and hold the crystal as if you are in the same time and space with us, and receive all the energy on the crystal, and you become part of the field.
Cool.
Good?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
There are amazing crystals in the back. In this lighted up thing
Window,
that you
yeah.
see, it's for sale. In case
So you can,
You're
after the
And
session, you can go and
We are
see
receiving more of them this week or beginning of next week from Lamia as well. Yeah,
the session.
from Brazil.
Yeah, send us WhatsApp or anything so I can share with you the
I
4
have
hour.
the website.
I have you in Facebook. I know you from House of Om, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't remember your
We still
name.
have the earrings that you gifted us.
Huh?
The green flower of life earrings
Mm.
that you gifted us in the House of Om.
Long time ago.
Long
right?
time ago. I remember.
All right.
Okay, let's start. So we're gonna do some breathing exercise to
Thank you
settle.
for watching.
Thank you for watching. The link
Connect with
is
you again.
yeah.